So as we prepare to celebrate moving into 2026, let's set out our stall, nation of sleepers. And we'll start with this. Every civilization that collapses the same way. And that's not by invasion, not by tanks rolling down the streets, but by self-denial, by forgetting what it believes, what it stands for and what it's willing to defend. Empires don't fall because they're attacked. They fall because they stop believing that they deserve to survive. So 2026 isn't the year that we all become extremists. However, it is, in the West, the year that we stop being cowards. The Western way of life is constantly misrepresented, even by those who benefit from it the most. It isn't racism. It isn't empire. It isn't church worship or state-like rulership. It's something far more fragile and far more rare. It's freedom of conscience, one law for everyone, speech without fear, belief without coercion, the right to criticise power, idea and religion without being silenced, the right to say yes and the right to say no. Now, none of these values appeared by accident. They were fought for, argued over, bled for and slowly refined over centuries. But here we are today in 2025, living off their inheritance while pretending that they'll survive without us defending them. And this isn't even about a race issue. It isn't about skin colour and it isn't even about an immigration issue at its core. This is a values issue. You see, plenty of the immigrants that come to the West defend these principles better than our own leaders, and we see that every day. And plenty of people born here, regardless of skin colour, have abandoned them entirely. Birthplace doesn't make you part of a civilization. Belief and adherence to its rules do. So one law must apply to everybody. We can't have parallel legal systems. We can't have religious authority over the state. No special exemptions from criticism. Equality between men and women is non-optional. And freedom of speech doesn't end where feelings begin. Finally, individual conscience must always come before collective obedience. And if any culture, ideology or belief system cannot live within these rules, the problem is not the rules, but them. And you see, in the West now, what we're witnessing, it isn't tolerance, it's confusion. And confusion always benefits the most authoritarian voices in the room. We're told that setting boundaries is hateful, that self-defense is dangerous, that naming threats is divisive. But a civilization that cannot name what endangers it cannot survive. Our political leaders, and I go on about this a lot, are cowards. Our judicial system